Hello, Lean Maniacs. I want to show you a nifty feature in the standard operating procedure tool in Kaizenify and a couple of ways that our customers have chosen to use this. It's pretty cool. One of the features is you can create a QR code. You hover over this button here on the SOP level, and then what it's going to do is it's going to create a QR code to launch that SOP. So if you print this off and you put it at the point of use, someone can scan this with their phone or their iPad, and then, or you could save this as a PDF. And then I just want to show you one of the ways we're going to use this. If I edit this existing SOP that I have right now, let's say that I want to add a QR code into a step here. I might say, watch this video. So I'm just going to put a video link here. This is a YouTube video link. I'm going to put a QR code in there for you. That's what the tool does. Okay, so one of my customers has come up with a really creative way to use this QR code in an SOP. So what they did was they printed out that QR code, and then we're going to attach that image here. Okay, so this is the QR code. I'm going to just say finish. So that's the QR code to launch another SOP. In this case, what's going to happen is they're going to follow the instructions here. And if they need to launch the next SOP, in this case, it was troubleshooting. So they don't want to clutter up the SOP with a bunch of troubleshooting steps. But if they need it, at that point, the person can scan that QR code and launch the other SOP for troubleshooting steps. So essentially, they're embedding an SOP inside of an existing SOP. So you're going to say, go to this step if you need to. But if you don't bother scanning that barcode. So I thought that was pretty cool. That was a pretty interesting way to use the QR codes in the SOPs. Now let's move on to another use case for the SOPs. Let's say I just want to create a QR code inside of here. So I could just put, like I said, the video here, or if it was a file on my file system, I would just put the path name there, and then it could launch a file from my file system. Let's say there's a checklist that I want you to look at. So again, there's lots of powerful ways to use these QR codes. It's not just limited to videos. And of course, with the QR code to launch the SOP, you could even email that to someone. There's lots of things you could do with these QR codes. Get out there and create more standards, because we know variation is the enemy of quality, and you can't hold anybody accountable if you don't have a standard. And standardization is the basis of all improvement. Let's make it easy for your people to do the right thing.